Today I will be demonstrating the second experiment, relaxation oscillator. So the components required for a relaxation oscillators are 741 IC. This is a 741 IC. It is an 8-pin IC. You can see 4 pins on either side. And this IC has to be connected, has to be fixed into the slot. Make sure that the notch should be facing upwards. This is the first component required, and this is an IC 741 IC. Apart from 741 IC, I require 3 resistors, that is 10 kilo ohm 2 resistors and 5 kilo ohm resistors, and capacitor 0.1 microfarad. As you can see here, instead of using a breadboard, I am using this board. This is 0.1 microfarad capacitor, and this is 10 kilo ohm resistors, and this is 5 kilo ohm resistor. So according to the circuit, 10 kilo ohm resistor, both the 10 kilo ohm resistors are connected like this. So similarly I have connected, and you can see 5 kilo ohm resistor is at the top. You can place anywhere 5 kilo ohm resistors, and the capacitor I have placed here. Now I need to connect this circuit. For connecting this circuit, you require a probe. So you can see according to this circuit, 7th pin of your 741 IC has to be connected to plus 12 VCC. This is always power supplied to op amp is plus 12 VCC, and 4th pin has to be connected to minus 12 VCC. So on the trainer kit, you can see 7th pin of an IC is connected to plus 12 VCC. 7th pin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th pin has to be connected to plus 12. You have to connect it to plus 12. And 4th pin has to be connected to minus 12 VCC. Then you can see 10 kilo ohm, the junction between two 10 kilo ohm resistor is connected to 3rd pin of your IC. This is a junction of two 10 kilo ohm resistor. That junction has to be connected to 3rd pin. That is 1, 2, 3, 3rd pin. And you can see 2nd pin is connected to top end of the capacitor. 2nd pin is connected to top end of the capacitor. And bottom end of the capacitor is connected to ground. You can use any ground here, connected to the ground. And coming to the 5 kilo ohm resistor, and you can see here R1 resistor, bottom end of the R1 resistor is connected to the ground, and this is the bottom end of the R1 resistor is connected to the ground. And other end of this R2 resistor is connected to the 6th pin. This is a 6th pin. This is 6th pin. Other end of the resistor is connected to the 4, 5, 6, 6th pin. This is a 6th pin. You can see that other end of the R2 is connected to 6th pin. I have connected other end of the R2 is connected to the 6th pin. And coming to the 5 kilo ohm resistor, one end of the 5 kilo ohm resistor is also connected to 6th pin. This is one end of the 5 kilo ohm resistor is connected to 6th pin. And other end of the 5 kilo ohm resistor is connected to 2nd pin. Fine. Now I need to check the output. We are supposed to get two types of output. One is an oscillation, that is a square waveform, and other is a capacitor waveform. For checking it, you require 2 probes. These are the 2 probes. We have 2 channels here. I require 2 channels because I require 2 outputs. So let me connect one probe to one channel, another probe to another channel. You can see that each probe will have 2 wires. A black wire is a ground wire, and this is a positive wire. Red wire is a positive wire. Make sure that black wire of both the probes are shorted, and always black wire has to be connected to ground. So short it and connect it to the ground. And this has to be connected to ground. This is a ground pin connected. We have two red wires left over. Since it will generate two output waveform, one output waveform, that is a square wave, we can see we can get it a sixth pin, and capacitor waveform we get across a capacitor. Where is a capacitor connected? Capacitor is connected to second pin. That means capacitor waveform output I can get across second pin, and square waveform I get across sixth pin. There are two red wires of the probe. One red wire will be connected to second pin, and another red wire will be connected to sixth pin. This is the sixth pin. So you can see here. So we are supposed to get two output waveform. So this is an output of a relaxation oscillator. As I explained before, there are two outputs. One is a capacitor output waveform and a square output waveform. So according to our design, we have to design a relaxation oscillator for 1 kilohertz frequency. That means we have to cross check whether we are getting 1 kilohertz frequency output. That is, for a 1 kilohertz frequency output, time base should be 1 millisecond. So we need to measure the time base. Time base will always be measured across an horizontal, and voltage will be measured vertically. You can see that this is one full waveform, positive and negative together. Positive and negative. It is covering two boxes, two horizontal boxes. Two horizontal boxes into 0.5 will give you 1 millisecond. That means we have designed for 1 kilohertz frequency. So we can also increase the time base. Suppose if I make a 0.2 as a time base, number of boxes you can see here. Number of boxes is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 boxes. So if I adjust the time base as 0.2 millisecond, high and low is covering 5 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 boxes. 5 into number of box into this has to be multiplied. 5 boxes into 0.2 will give you 1 millisecond. So we can also, and this is also a capacitor waveform. You can see that when the capacitor is being charged, the output waveform will be high. When it gets discharged, the output waveform will be low. This is what is an output of a relaxation oscillator for duty cycle 50%. And we can also increase the amplitude of a waveform. See, I can increase the height of the waveform. Amplitude is nothing but your height of the waveform. So I can also decrease the. So these are the two channels, channel 1 and channel 2. This probe is connected to channel 1 and this probe is connected to channel 2. And these are the knobs for changing the amplitude of the waveform. This is for adjusting the amplitude of the waveform. So you can see that amplitude will be adjusted. Though I adjust the amplitude, and this is for adjusting the time base. If I adjust the time base, it doesn't mean that the frequency will be changed. So we can adjust the time base. This is a knob for adjusting the time base. This is a knob for adjusting the amplitude. So make sure that both the amplitude of both the channels will be kept same, so that it will be easy for us to take the readings. Channel 1 amplitude is 5 volt, channel 2 amplitude is 5 volt. Amplitude can be measured vertically. You can see that number of vertical boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 into 5, 4 5s are 20. 20 volt is an amplitude of your waveform. That is how you measure the amplitude of your waveform. You can see here capacitor waveform. It is covering 1, 2 boxes. The amplitude of the capacitor waveform is 2 boxes into 5 volt. 2 into 5, 10 volt is an amplitude of the capacitor waveform.